Welcome back to Homebrew Hero. If you could please subscribe, like, and share these videos with your friends and family. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Bringing you somewhat of a quick video here. Turkey Tuesday, right? So this was actually on Sunday. It was a beautiful day in Indiana, and I think it was close to 65 degrees, sunny. And on Sunday, there was no other better choice than to actually barbecue or smoke. So you can see here I'm starting a fire in my offset Yoder Smoker. Pretty much the same way I always start my fires, with the starter sticks at the bottom, a few stacks of logs, usually 7 or 8, and then I use the fat from the previous cooks to accelerate the fire. It does a good job of igniting it and making sure that the grill temperature can get to the desired range, which is around 250-300. I don't really pay too much attention to that as long as I'm in that range. I'm starting here with some oak, it looks like, a few sticks of hickory, whatever junk wood I got to start the fire. I just need coals at this point. It takes about 30 minutes to warm up. Now I'm showing you a smoked turkey on the Yoder, but you can actually do this type of turkey on any grill, including a gas grill. I've done it before on a gas grill. It actually turns out pretty good. The only difference between this grill and maybe a gas grill is the flavor from the wood. Enhances the meat a little bit. The gas doesn't have that, but it's the same process. It's basically cooking in an oven, just a different type of oven. So don't feel like you can't do these types of things on your own gas grill. Now I will remind you, if you do live in warmer climates than Indiana, your grill is more likely going to run at higher temperatures, so please make those adjustments. That way there's no fires. So I got this turkey from my buddy Dave. He just gave it to me. Actually, I think I swapped him I'm going to swap him a rack of ribs or a pork butt or something like that. He had 3 of these frozen, so he wanted to get rid of one, so I took it. He brought it to me frozen on Saturday. Here it is Sunday morning. I simply just put it in the sink in a tub of water. That accelerates the defrosting process. If I put it in the fridge, you're probably looking at 3 hours when it's completely frozen to get it thawed. When you put it in the sink, it needed about 5 hours and it was done. So I put it in there about 6 a.m. and I pulled it out about 10 a.m. So maybe 11 a.m. I can't remember the exact time. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to inject the bird with some butter and some seasoning. I really like to use chicken broth here. Butter's a little thicker. It's harder to get to that needle. But I didn't have any chicken broth available, so I was like, I'll just use butter and put some seasoning in. Basically, it's in the seasoning butter mix. It's just basically a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I think I put a little garlic in there. I put some poultry seasoning in there also. That's really up to you what you want to do. I don't know if it really enhances the flavor so much. If you cook it right, really it's going to be juicy no matter what. Like all my meat, I use olive oil to give me a substance to actually make my seasoning stick to. And once again, on the outside of this bird, I'm just simply doing salt and pepper, and that's it. I don't focus too much on the bottom, mainly because I don't really eat that much from the bottom. Found an apple in the refrigerator, put some holes in it just to give it that enhanced flavor. Okay, I got the bird ready to rock on the grill. So the temperature on the grill is about 275, 300. You know, like I said, it's somewhere in between there. It's perfectly fine. I don't focus too much on that. Now I'm smoking this bird with straight cherry. I started with a little oak just to get the coals. It seems like they last longer. And then I'm going with a straight cherry log cook here. Cherry's a great wood for fish and poultry. It's actually one of my preferred woods, and I love it to death, but I just don't have a ton of it. So I'll let these logs get going, and we'll watch the fire just take over and start cooking the turkey. You know, I gotta check that fire about every hour or so. I've got the I can't remember the name of the temperature. It's Bluetooth. I've got the probes in it here. I'm going to run the wires to it now. I'll put a description. I think it's something bird, or I don't remember what it's called. But anyways, I'll put a description of the product in the bottom of the video here. But you can see now I've ran the probes into the bird, the back thigh, the lower part of the bird, and then also into the breast, the very top part of the bird. And I've got that turkey sitting on that smoker, so the rear of it is actually towards the firebox, which is the hotter part of the grill, mainly because I'm trying to protect the breast from drying out. I'll keep an eye on this and likely rotate the bird when I need to. You can see here I've got the, looks like I got the thighs about 88 degrees, and I got the chicken breast around 90. Here's about 3 hours in. So that first check was an hour and a half. This is 3 hours in. I'm going to go ahead and baste it with some olive oil. Nothing crazy, just to give it more color and keep it from drying out. I'm going to leave the bird in the exact same position with the thighs and the back of the bird to the fire side, with the protected breast to the back side. Right now the breasts are slightly behind the thighs. So here I am about 4 hours, and you notice that the thighs are at 170 and the breast is at 153. I'm looking for a 185 in the thigh and about a 165 in the breast. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this, put a little bit more heat on the breast, and let the breast catch up to the thighs. And here it is about 4.5 hours later, and you can see what happened here. My thighs are about 180. My breast is about 164. It's about where I want to be. Now keep in mind, when you pull this off the grill, it's going to continue to cook. You know, it's going to go up 3 or 4 degrees just sitting on your counter. So you don't want to pull it out at the exact temperature. You want to pull it out right before and let that thing just sit for 30 minutes, continue to cook, and then you'll be ready to serve it. So I think I let the bird sit about 3 hours or so. It smells fantastic. I'm not sorry, I didn't let it sit for 3 hours. I let it sit for 30 minutes. Just to cool down a little bit. You can see it's still piping hot. What I'm simply doing is just removing the breast. I run the blade along the spine of the bird, and then I come from underneath and get the rest of it. It's easier to cut that breast up, and that's the best part of the bird. The wings and the drumsticks are nice. You don't get a lot of yield out of the meat, so they are what they are. A lot of times I leave the wings in whole, and then sometimes I leave the back quarter, leg, thigh area in whole too, but this one I actually cut it up. This bird's going to serve a family of 4 for about a week, so it's a lot of meat, but it's fairly cheap. And this one was really cheap because Dave gave it to me for free. So here's these breasts, real simple. I'm just simply cross-cutting now. I take them off and I cut them this way, and it makes nice servable pieces. Skin's not rubbery, but not real crispy either. I like it in between, and that's about where it's at. Maybe a little bit more crispy, but pretty good. My wife peels it off anyway, so she doesn't like the skin. See here how easy it is to cut this breast and make it very manageable serving sizes. All in all, the bird did well. It's a cheap piece of meat. Tastes great with the smoke. 4.5 hours on the grill, around 250 to 300 the entire way. Let it sit for 30 minutes after I pulled it out. Served it up. We're having turkey dinner tonight, and my son, who's a protein freak, will be eating turkey for the next 3 or 4 days. Well, I hope that you like this video, another cooking video. I really enjoy smoking and grilling anything. I grill 5 to 6 days a week. But this is a pretty nice little Sunday afternoon treat here. And it's actually fairly healthy for you. If you get any questions, leave them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said earlier in the video, I need those subscribers and I need some likes. It'd be very helpful. And I appreciate you spending time with the Home Pro Hero.